People love to hate on the Electoral College. It's often an easy target. I think partially because it's so unique, it's weird, it's complicated. So a lot of people just take shots at it and say, let's get rid of it and let's replace it with something else. But there are some good things about selecting our president through the use of the Electoral College. These are some of the pros. It is an example of federalism. It does give the states a major role in the selection of the president. So it keeps the states relevant. It gives them a major role since obviously they each have a point total assigned to it. It's also probably the major reason why the Electoral College is never going to be changed, no matter how controversial or annoying it can be sometimes. And that's because if you remember, the states are the group that actually ratify amendments. And most likely to change the Electoral College, you're going to need an amendment. So the Electoral College makes the states powerful and relevant. Why would the states be interested in passing an amendment that would make them a less vital portion or have a less vital role or powerful role in the selection of the president? Probably pretty slim. Also, it does force the candidates to campaign over a wider area. I'll show you that in a second. It doesn't allow the candidates to just campaign in the large cities, the few big cities across the United States, like New York, LA, Miami. It forces them to campaign and go to areas that maybe they would ignore if it was just who got the most votes. I'll show you the map in a second that proves that out. It also can empower minority groups. You might say, I don't really get it. How could it? If you look, the Hispanic population in the United States makes up approximately 17% of the entire national population. So that's a decent chunk of the population. I don't know, maybe not enough for a presidential candidate, however, to target that population in a particular election. However, though the Hispanic population in the United States is 17% nationally, it makes up that population, the Hispanic population, 30% of the total population in Arizona and 44% of the total population in Texas. Those are both states with pretty sizable electoral votes or electoral points. So it may encourage candidates to more closely target minority groups within those states with their message. Okay? Also, it encourages stability because the Electoral College is winner take all. What does that mean? That means that if you get one more vote in the state than your competitor, you get all of the points assigned to that particular state. So in the case of Pennsylvania, if two candidates are running against each other, and candidate A gets one more vote from the people than candidate B, candidate A gets all 20 electoral votes. This basically means that it's really only going to be Democrats and Republicans that have enough support to actually win electoral votes. So this pretty much means that it's either going to be a Democrat or a Republican that are going to win every presidential election. It might be possible for a third party candidate to get some votes, but they're not going to get enough to win an entire state and earn electoral votes. So in a way, this promotes stability. It's easy to figure out who's going to win. Every election is going to be A or B, heads or tails, Democrat or Republican, because third parties really don't have a chance within the way this system is set up. So, and if you check out the map, this maybe shows you the benefit of the Electoral College. So if you look at the electoral results by county in 2016, Donald Trump won 2,600 counties. Every area in the red is a county that voted for Trump in the presidential election. There were 500 counties that were won by Clinton. However, Clinton won 88 of the 100 largest counties, including DC. Without these 100 largest counties, she would have lost by 11.5 million votes. Now remember, Clinton actually received the most votes in the presidential election in 2016. But Trump won the Electoral College. If you abandon the Electoral College, at least in 2016, you're telling all the people in the red, those counties, that essentially their votes don't matter.